Good morning, viewers. 5 seconds. Start. It is a good idea to bring the managements and labor inputs together always to discuss measures to increase production. It is a matter of vital importance to our economy and to our future. One of the reasons for the abnormal situation through which we passed in the last 1 or 2 years was the attempt to spoil the transport system. There were all kinds of strikes. All these became common and caused a great deal of harm to the economy and hardship to the people. All of you remember the time when food was very urgently needed in certain parts, but because of strikes, ships were not being unloaded. I am sure that you realize that such a situation could not be allowed to continue. You all know how important it is to increase our exports rapidly. This is necessary for our very existence. Increased production is the first step. But if the ports cannot handle in time what we wish to export, then there is hardly any point in talking about increasing production for exports. So, ports have a major part to play in the export drive, and they should prepare themselves up to the task. We cannot afford to continue with the same old methods which were in use when the volume and number of goods is small. If necessary, the handling methods have to be changed. The adjustments should be worked out, and labor also should not adopt a firm attitude. Special attention should be given to the handling of food grain and fertilizer ships. Many of our farmers are still suffering from what they went through in the critical period of drought when supply was delayed owing to the strikes either by port workers or by employees of the Food Corporation of India. We had also to pay large sums in foreign exchanges. I do hope that handling methods are being looked into, see how they can be changed and made more efficient. Similarly, it is necessary for ports to pave their way, otherwise, they become a burden on the economy. Port charges have been increased recently. This was essential to meet the increased cost of services. For this very reason, efficiency should be improved to effect savings. Proper collection of dues should also be ensured. That it is here that the role of management assumes importance. Business like management is essential. I have been told that wrong declaration of weights is widespread. If this is true, it should not have been allowed to go unchecked for so long. People come to see me and complain that the working of ports is termed by the poor quality of service on the one hand and concessions on the other hand. As a result, the workers' interest and economy suffer. And if the economy suffers, the port workers, like other people in India, are also affected. We are naturally anxious to look after the welfare of all port and dock workers. The level of their wages has improved steadily over the years. Some of these problems should be discussed freely, know the reasons thereof, and measures to remedy suggested. All interests, including the labor, are represented on the boards. It is beyond the imagination of all concerned to find out urgently more economic and efficient methods of work in the larger interests of our great country. Dear sirs, we acknowledge receipt of your letter of the 3rd May and regret to note that you cannot accept our offer for the supply of cotton shirting. We feel that you are under a misapprehension regarding the alternative offer of cloth which you have received. In order to clarify the position, we are enclosing a sample of our 2nd grade shirting. We have not previously offered this to you as you stated in your original inquiry that you were interested only in best quality material. You will observe that in its class, the enclosed sample compares favorably with the material of other firms and the cost is lower. There is no comparison between our 1st grade shirting and the sample to which you refer, which is certainly in lower class. Our 1st grade material is fully shrunk. The colors are fast and it has proved by extensive laboratory tests to be harder wearing than any similar priced material on the market. It is only by the use of modern production methods and by cutting our overhead costs to a minimum that we are able to supply 1st grade material at its present attractive price. Any other reduction of price is quite impossible. We are confident that an order placed with us will be amply repaid by the satisfaction of your customers. while assuring you of our best attention at all times. A very favorable reply is solicited. Yours truly,